Welcome to Empowered to Grow, the podcast. I am your host, Hanan and Basha, the business doctor. Following our conversations with empowered women who woke up one day and consciously claimed, I am more than enough, I am worthy, I am empowered to grow. And along their empowering journey towards realizing their own potential and their quest for growth, they became a beacon of hope and guidance for others. May you also find your inner power to grow. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Empowered to Grow. This is your host, Hanan Basha. Today, I have a very special guest to my heart because she only got to know very recently that about 2.5 years ago, she was the reason who inspired me to become a health coach. By coincidence, and I believe the universe sends us the message we need, I came across her Instagram profile. I realized that she's a health coach, and that got me very intrigued in knowing what a health coach is. Noora Al Kuwari is one of, if not the first, health coach in Qatar, certified from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. She decided to specialize in supporting women through wellness, through health, and more importantly, through their self and body image, and also to support them to foster healthy eating habits for children. So she got about doing healthy lunch boxes, did a lot of presentations. She's also a cook. So there's a lot to talk about. And more importantly, she also went on to get the certification in gut health, which also I have, and we both talk about that a lot. Noora Al Kuwari, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Hanan, for having me. I'm really enjoying my time with you as a coach and to be with you on the podcast today.
Thank you. So yeah, I also coach her now on the business level, but more importantly, we're friends and I'm very proud of that. So Noora, when I sent you, when we were talking, I'm like, Noora, I have to get you on my podcast. And the podcast is Empowered to Grow. What does that term mean to you?
Well, when you say empowered to grow, that means to me that you give me the space and the tools, the equipment that I need to grow and reach my optimal. Mm-hmm. So that's what would mean to me.
I like that. It's always about improvements. And I think it's like small steps to improving towards a better version of yourself on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So you've got your own journey and your own story of how you've empowered yourself to grow. Would you share a little bit about it, please?
Well, it started a long time ago as being an obese child. Well, sort of. Sometimes when I go back and see my pictures, I don't really see that. But maybe being a little bit like overweight more than my other siblings made me obese to them.
Perception, at least, yeah.
Yeah. So, it started back then when I realized in a very young age that I need to lose weight. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have the right equipment or the information I needed in order to be encouraged to do it in a healthy way.
Yeah.
I just felt it was the source of the shaming and bullying around me, and I just wanted to take it all off. And actually I couldn't, because I didn't know what to do. Either not just stop eating. When I, maybe in my 12 years old, I just started losing weight. I think it was the hormones and just the change that you have when you reach that age. So I lost a lot of weight. I lost probably more than 20 kilograms. And I was like the thinnest I've ever been. Mm-hmm. I looked a bit not well.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I lost my hair. I had a lot of hair and it was very long. But I was happy. I was so happy that I was in the 50s, which I never got there again.
Yeah. Which is not a healthy
So,
place for you to be, but yeah,
it
perception
wasn't.
wise, we need to be there.
Yeah, it wasn't. So yeah, I was happy back then. I gradually gained a little bit of weight, and then it's like I reached the point where I think it was my comfortable weight. So years gone by, I was fine as a young adult, and I had the perfect body for my height and everything. And then I got married. I started developing like a bit of like bad habits, eating at night or like eating out every day, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started again gaining a little bit of weight. And then a year after I got pregnant, of course, I gained more weight. I tried to lose it after giving birth, and then I got pregnant again with my second child. And during labor, I had some difficulties, so they decided that I need to have a C-section.
Mm-hmm.
After my C-section, I heard a lot of comments about how my body is going to change forever and I'm not going to have my body that I used to have. And I'm not, like, it's over.
Yeah.
Don't even try. And I have this tendency to try and challenge everything that I hear. So I started actually reading and asking my doctor a lot of questions, and whether I can exercise again, and when and what's the right way to do it. And I actually did. After a few months, I started walking and then doing some of the mild exercises that I could do. And then I started looking around on ways of how to lose weight in general. Mm-hmm. And I've knocked every door you can hear of.
Yes.
I lost on the scale all the weight, but I didn't like my image in the mirror. Yes. I still felt like I was fat. I didn't like how my body looked. And maybe it was because of all the comments. Maybe it was something in my head. I don't know, but I didn't like it. So I went again and started looking for something. And this is the time where I found the health coach, my health coach, Nicole.
Shout out to Nicole on Hanan. She's had an impact in our lives too.
Yes. So I started following her, and then she started sending me a newsletter about every event or like workshop she has. And for some reason I went, although in the beginning I wasn't like really understanding what she meant by being a health coach or like doing what she's saying. In order to lose weight, I have to drink green smoothies, or it didn't make sense for me. So in the beginning I just wanted to see and try whatever she's saying. And yes, gradually I was losing weight without even having that much effort, and I was developing so many good habits. I let go of a lot of bad habits I had without even like having the struggle or feeling that I was deprived or I'm not eating enough. And then after so many workshops, she told me, well, Noora, I think you've done it all. And maybe it's time for you to get your own certificate. And she really encouraged me to be a health coach. She thought that the community needed someone to speak the language and understand the need for a health coach in Qatar. So I did. And I'm really glad she encouraged me. I wasn't intending to study or have another certificate after I graduated from university. So, and I found my passion. I decided to be a health coach and to use my certificate to help other people.
Which is amazing, because I think the beautiful thing about journeys is they start with your own, Dean Graziosi calls transforming your mess into a message.
Yeah. Yes.
And I think because you've gone through the process, because of it was never about the number on the scale. It was about how you felt about it. It was about what the other associations and all of that made you go down that route and made you realize there's a lot more to our health and our weight than just a number on a scale.
Yeah, true.
So now, standing from where you are today, what advice would you impart on your 19-year-old self?
Oh, my poor 19 years old self. Well, I'm glad at that time we didn't have this social media impact to start with.
Yeah,
I would have suffered more, actually. But I'll tell her that, well, you did well and you didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't your mistake.
Yeah.
That you had a little bit of weight. And 20 years, no, it's less, 15 years. You will be a great health coach.
That's great. So to trust yourself and keep going, huh?
Yeah, just keep going.
So on the other end of the spectrum, and you have the option of a time capsule, what would you like your 19-year-old self to thank you for?
To thank me for. I've done a lot of things.
Good. She's got a lot.
No bad things. I can't find one thing to thank myself on. 19. I can't remember what I was doing.
No, if you are 90, 90,
90.
You want your 90-year-old self to thank you for.
Okay. Well, I think she would thank me for a lot of things. My 90 years old, she will thank me for not giving up and for just looking for the right way, not the easy way. Even though it was hard, but I think it will get me to 90 with better health. So she will thank me for having a healthy body at 90.
That's great. I'll aspire for that indeed.
Inshallah.
So to kind of wrap it all up, you're on a stage, and you've been on a stage before, but you're on a stage and you are talking to tens of thousands of women. And the speech is something along the lines of being empowered to grow. Mm-hmm. What would be that last message that you leave them with?
Well, always believe in yourself. Don't think or underestimate anything that you think is a power in you. Just invest in anything you believe in, and you will empower other people to do so.
I love that. Just right. So, Noora, where can our listeners and viewers find you in virtual space?
Well, I'm very active on Instagram. My Instagram is nourish.noora, NOURISHED.NOORA. And you can find me also on my website. That's nourishnoora.com. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for advocating for women to do better, to know better, and to do better.
Thank you so much for giving me the space and the platform to be. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Noora. Well, as always, you know that empowered you empowers others. Love, abundance, and prosperity to you all. Thank you for listening to the Empowered to Grow podcast. For further engagement with a tribe of empowered women, join my Facebook group, Empowered to Grow, or visit my website, www.hananalbasha.com. I'll catch you on the next episode. And until then, know that empowered you empowers others. Love, abundance, and prosperity to you all.